Hi there, myself Abhilash, and I am running Excel blog by name excel2excel.com. Okay, uh, we are here today to discuss about formulas cheat voice. Quite some time I am observing in the net. There are few formulas cheat sheets are running through the net, through LinkedIn or through websites or through Twitter. Okay, I just got an idea, why can't we start formulas cheat voice, where we include voice to the cheat sheet. Okay, I'm actually providing this formulas cheat sheet to the viewers who subscribe to my blog, but from today onwards I will keep it in public to maximize the usage of my formulas cheat sheet. Fine. And along with the formulas cheat sheet, in the below of the download, I'll keep the and the video which is recorded now in the below link. Fine. So now we will go with formulas cheat voice. Yes, here we have formulas cheat sheet which I am providing for to the viewers of my blog, which is excel2excel.com. uh, for in the formulas cheat sheet, what you get is, you will get the formulas which are the basics and advanced formula, few formulas, and how to use those formulas, and what are the errors we find in the formulas. Okay, and what are the points to be notified, okay, in the formulas, all related to formulas. Okay, and when formulas drag from cell to cell or range to range, okay, how it works. Okay, those are the things which we look after, which we see in formulas cheat sheet. Okay, now I'll explain one by one through by giving an example. Okay, yes, first let me take an Excel application. Okay, how each function works practically. Fine. First function is sum function. We'll see how sum function works in Excel. When do you use sum function? Say for example, we have a range of values. Say for example, I have value 25, 35, 45 or 15, whatever. Okay, and I want to find the sum of all these four values. Okay, how do you find the sum of four values? I have three methods. Okay, we'll see one by one. Say method 1. I'm sorry, I'm actually feeling cold due to the environment change in my village. Okay, uh, so you will find some noises from my nose. Okay, we'll see method 1. Okay, I have method 1 stating anything you start with Excel. Okay, in terms of formulas you have to use is equal to. This is the basic fundamental thing which we all follow, okay, as an Excel professional. Okay, let me try with is equal to, this is the value. Okay, I want to add, okay, I want to sum these four values. When you click on the cell, okay, the cell address will get pasted here. You can do it manually, or you can even select the cell to get the address of that cell. And I have to tell you one thing before we proceed here. How do we why do you say B3 is the cell address of this particular number? Okay, see, B is the column, fine, and 3 is the row. Okay, the intersection of B and 3, okay, in this value is intersecting between B column and row 3, so it is called as B3. You can even select the cell, or you can you can even select the cell, or you can directly write the cell address. And then to sum the values we will use plus. Okay, and select the second one, use plus, third one plus, fourth one, and when you hit enter, here is the sum of all the four values. Fine. And I have method 2. Okay, method 2, there is an inbuilt function which Microsoft has uh, given. Okay, is equal to the keyword sum is already listed by Microsoft. Fine. Sum is the keyword to sum the values. When you use sum function, okay, here are the attributes which we can mention, which we can use to sum the value. Here it's when you keep the cursor on the attribute, you will see number 1, right? Number 1 is nothing but you select one column, one cell, okay, or one range, whatever. Okay, and next to number 1 you will find comma, so use comma, and again number 2 is highlighted here, right? So select number 2, means second value, and use comma. Fine. And similarly you can see number 3, here is the number 3 comma number 4. Now you can either use close bracket, or you can leave it as it is and hit enter. See, you will get the same value. And we have method 3. You can assign a name to this range. And okay, here we have actually seen the values keeping next to next, like see, this is called formula bar, where you can see whatever the formula you have written for this particular B9 cell. Okay, this is the formula, and we can use other formula as well, is equal to keyword sum. When you type letters here, you will have the list of functions appearing here, right, in the drop down. This is the feature which is available from 2007 onwards. Okay, when you type the second letter SU, and you will find the related words, and when you type M, see, first one is the sum keyword which we require. Now you have to start using open bracket, okay, to enter into the function. Rather than that, you can just use tab to get selected. Okay, now you can end. Once you hit enter, once you hit tab, it automatically takes you to the sum function. Now rather than selecting number like 1 2 3, number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4, I'll select all the 4 cells in a range. Okay, range is nothing but B3. B3 is the column, I am sorry, B3 is the cell 1, first cell. Okay, and B6 is the last cell. In between the first cell and last cell, it is a colon is divided. That means B3 is to B6 is a range of these particular values. Okay, when you hit enter, or you can use close bracket, it works the same, and the value is 120. Okay, and the third method, you can assign a name to this particular range. How do you assign a name? I'll just select here. Okay, I'll go to name box, and I'll say values. Okay, when I type values, okay, now when you select this range, I am sorry, see, earlier it was actually I didn't hit enter, so it found B3 in the when I select these 4 letters, 4 values. Okay, when I select these 4 values, you will see values here, which is the name assigned to this particular range. Fine. Now how do you use this as a third method? You have to start with some function. Rather than entering the range, you will enter only the values. Okay, values is a name assigned to that particular range. Okay, now hit enter. You got the answer. So you can use these three methods to work with some function. Now we will go with next function, which is if function. Okay, so here is a if function. How if function works, we will see practically. Now we will see the second function, which is if function. uh, if function, how it works. Okay, when to use this if function? Say for example, I have done a business of rupees 250 or dollar 250. Okay, today my business has reached dollar 250. Say I am actually selling bouquets. Okay, for bouquets I have earned $250 for today, and my target for today to reach is $220, because I have to pay my rent to the shop, say my salary and my home needs, all expenses. To reach my target for every day is $220 or 220 rupees. Okay, now let's see whether I have reached my target for today or not. For that I have to use if function. For if function, let's start with is equal to and type first letter I, and when you type first letter, the first function which is highlighted function is the one which we are looking for, right? So rather than entering f and f in the sense next letter and open bracket, you can use tab here, so that it will take you to the if function. Fine. See, okay, here we have logical test. This is, we have three attributes here. First attribute is logical test. What is logical test? Logical test is nothing but a logic which you want to apply. Okay, here logic, what is the logic that we want to apply here? The logic is very simple. I want to know whether my business has crossed my target or not. Okay, so what is the business I have done? $250. Either you can select the cell or you can type the address of that particular cell. Okay, when my business is greater than or equal to, okay, target value. Fine. And comma, if I have to use comma because this is the logic. After logic I have to divide the divide the logic with comma. Fine. And the second, once you enter comma, you will have value if true. What if this value is true? What is the uh, sentence that it should display for you? Okay, what it should display when the target is reached, then we can say it's a good day, right? Good business, say good business. Otherwise, not a good business. Fine. Let's see whether it is a good business or not a good business. Hey, I have reached my target. It's a good business for today, right? Okay, fine then. This is how we can use if function. When you select here, you can see the function, complete function, in the formula bar. Fine. Now we will go with other function. The next function here is count. And how do we use count? Let's see it practically. Okay, say I have in the first example we have seen 4 values. Say I have value 15, 20, 25 and 30. Okay, I want to count how many values are there here. Okay, for that I have to use a function which is inbuilt by Microsoft, is count. COU. Okay, I got my keyword. I'll hit enter. Okay, and value 1, which is first one, and value 2, value 3, value 4, rather than using rather than using separate values, I'll take it as a range. Okay, and I'll close the bracket and I'll hit enter. So how many values we have? We have 4 values. Okay, so we can count the number of non-blank cells. Okay, otherwise we can call it as non-blank cells. Okay, how many non-blank cells we have? Say 4. How do you find this? Using count function. This is fine. Now we'll go with the next function. So now we'll go with max function. Okay, how it works? Max function. Okay, so I'll just drag this here, and this is called count function, and I can show you few examples in the same sheet, because those are basic formulas. Okay, I have max function. Okay, max, what is max? It is a shortcut for maximum. To find which is the maximum value in the range, okay, we can use max function. Say for example is equal to max, maximum of this range. Okay, I got 30, so 30 is the maximum. Okay, similarly we have min, which is minimum, which is the minimum value function. Okay, use enter, use tab, select the range, click on enter. That's all. I'll try to change these values, so we'll see whether it affects to these three functions or not. Say 35. Wow, it changed. Say 2. 5. Oh, it changed. And 50. Oh, it changed. 15. There is no change. Fine then. So it is all working even if you change the values, right? That is great. And we'll see average here. To find the average of all these function, just use average keyword. Okay, select the range and hit enter. That's all. You can see the average here, and you can also see average when you select the range and see here in the bottom of the Excel. You can see average, count, sum. Okay, and you can even select by right clicking here, and you can even select minimum, maximum, and all the other modes which you are seeing as unchecked. Okay, this you can see it here in the bottom of the Excel. Fine. Now we will go with Vlookup. This is an important and useful formula in day-to-day life. One must know Vlookup. Okay, when you say you know Excel, first question you receive is, do you know Vlookup? Okay, that kind of famous function this is. Okay, so we are learning today, and we will be mastering Vlookup. Fine, and I'll be sharing few basic ideas about Vlookup and HLOOKUP. Yes, I have the data ready, which is also available in the formulas cheat sheet. Okay, now we'll see how Vlookup works and when to use Vlookup. Fine. Vlookup, let me enter this formula Vlookup. Okay, when you hit enter, you have 1, 2, 3 and 4. You have 4 attributes. Fine. In Vlookup you have 4 attributes. First attribute is lookup value. What is lookup value? Say for example, I have a list of names, okay, who has scored marks in different subjects, okay, and to know who has scored what marks, okay, we can use VLOOKUP. It actually looks vertically, okay. Vertically is nothing but, let me take the cursor. Vertical lookup is nothing but this one, okay, I'm sorry, and horizontal lookup is this one. This is called H lookup and this is called V lookup, okay. This is just an example what is vertical and what is horizontal. You might get confused when you are going through this video, so I'm giving you in advance. Fine. This is vertical lookup and this is H lookup. This is H lookup, this is V lookup. Fine. Now we will see how VLOOKUP works and HLOOKUP works. Let me delete these cursors. Okay, now we will see how VLOOKUP works. Is equal to VLOOKUP. Okay, I want to look for, let me look for myself. Okay, Abhi. Okay, lookup value is Abhi. Okay, second attribute is table array. In which table you want to look for this value Abhi. Okay, in this table, I am sorry, here I have to use comma, otherwise some dangerous pop-ups will throw on you. Okay, uh, after using comma we have to say, you have to select this table range. Fine. Once you select the table range, we use comma, okay, and which column index number you are looking for. That means for student Abhi, what marks you are looking out for. Say I am looking out for marks in MS Excel. Okay, so from here, column index number, that means which column index you are looking for. From this table, first column, say this is first column, second column and third column. Okay, so I'm looking the value in third column. I mean to say I'm actually looking for marks in MS Excel, how much Abhi has achieved in MS Excel. Okay, so I have mentioned 3 here, then use comma, and then here whether you require exact match or approximate match. Okay, always mention 0 or false. You can either mention select false in the drop down or mention 0 because you are looking for exact match. Fine. Now click on enter. So you got the value. Hey, VLOOKUP works for me. Abhi has scored 100 marks out of 100 in MS Excel. I think that is the reason I am actually teaching you guys, right? That is fine. Abhi has scored 100 marks in MS Excel. Let's say here I have my friend, sorry, Casino, okay, and I want to know how much he has scored in MS Word. Fine. Now let's see, this is Abhi's score. Okay, let's see how much Casino has scored. Is equal to VLOOKUP. This is a lookup value, okay, comma, in this table. Fine. Column index is 3, otherwise we'll say 5, okay, because I need in MX axis. Okay, 1 2 3 4 fifth column, which is MS axis, 5 comma 0, because we require exact match. Close the bracket, hit enter. Hey, Casino has scored 98 in MS Access. That is fine. Let me remove this word. So now VLOOKUP works magically. Okay, so you all learnt VLOOKUP today, right? And one important point here is always you have to look from left hand side towards your right hand side. I mean to say, let me take the cursor. Always you have to use from left hand side towards the right hand side. Okay, I have used Abhi, I mean to say I have selected Abhi to get marks in Excel. I have chosen Casino to get marks in MS Access. But when you have Casino here, okay, and you have MS Access here, you cannot do. Okay, you understood, right? Casino is here. Okay, Casino, and MS Access is here, access column. Okay, can you do it from here to here? No, you cannot do it using Vlookup. You can only do from left hand side towards the right hand side. Fine, this is the basic important point you have to keep in mind when you are using Vlookup. Fine, and now let me remove the screen drawings. Okay, now we'll go with HLOOKUP for the same data. Okay, I'll just modify I'll just adjust the data, and I'll use the same data to work with HLOOKUP. Fine. Okay, now we'll see. I have just transposed the same data. Okay, to show you HLOOKUP, because see, I have a joke here. It's not a joke. Okay, when someone comes to me and asks for VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, okay, I'll explain VLOOKUP. Okay, and when it comes to HLOOKUP, I'll just ask them to transpose the same data and use again VLOOKUP. Okay, there is a story actually, in Hindi. If you want to ask for come here, okay, either a. Okay, in Hindi, if you want to learn Hindi, for come here you have to say either a. Okay, and when you want to say go there, okay, when someone asks go there, what is the Hindi word for go there? There is a joke saying you go there and again call idara. Okay, you understood, right? It's a bad joke and old joke, however I just remembered, so I'm just sharing with you guys. Fine, let's use HLOOKUP in a neat way rather than using idara method. Okay, is equal to HLOOKUP. Okay, what is a lookup value? I'm actually looking for marks in MS Word. Okay, marks in MS Word. Okay, in this table. Okay, what is a row index number? There it is a column index number, with columns index number. I'm sorry, I have actually entered wrong. Is equal to HLOOKUP. Okay, what is a lookup value? Say lookup value is Casino. Fine, comma, what is a table array? This is the table range. Okay, table array, comma, index, row index number. Which row you are looking for? I mean to say whether you are looking for marks in Power Pivot, marks in MS Excel, or marks in MS Word, or marks in MS Access. Say I am looking for marks in MS Excel. Okay, I want to know whether Casino is competing me or not. Fine, for MS Excel I have to say 1, 2 and 3, third row, right? So I'll say 3 comma exact match, which is 0. I'll close the bracket and I'll hit enter. So hey, first of all, hey, HLOOKUP works for me, right? So now we'll see whether marks achieved by Casino is in Excel is correct or not. Casino Excel. So here it is. 86 is the value that we achieved. then HLOOKUP works for you all, guys. So you have learned VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, so you can definitely say you know Excel. Okay, you have learned Excel today. Fine. So let's proceed with other formulas which we have in the formulas cheat sheet. Okay. Here concatenate. Okay, we have concatenate and if error. Let's see one by one. The video is actually running to half an hour, so I'll try to reduce it in another. I'll try to complete it in another 5 to 10 minutes. Fine. Now let's see how concatenate works. Fine. Concatenation is nothing but adding values. Okay, two different cell values add together to keep it in one particular cell. Okay, say for example, I am going to in B6. Okay, London. Okay, see, I am going to, okay, and London, that is in different cell, and I want to merge these two cell values into one particular cell. What should I use? There is a inbuilt function called concatenate. Use is equal to and type concatenate, say tab, select this, comma, select this. That's it. It works, right? And here one small error, which is I am going to London. Both words, I'm sorry, these two words are merged, right? So to keep it space in between these to and London word, I'll use here, go to formula bar and say use double quotes, start double quotes, and hit space bar, and again close double quotes and use comma. Fine. What you are saying, what you are doing, I am concatenating, I am going to space and then London. Okay, now when you hit enter, you will see the complete sentence in just one cell. Okay, this is where we can use concatenate function. Fine. And we'll see how if error works. Fine. Okay, if error is the last function, we'll just see it. Okay, for this no need to go with the new sheet. I'll go with VLOOKUP sheet. Okay, say for example, here we have values, right? And in one of the cell here you can see NA error. Fine. Rather than, see, this looks this data looks ugly when you send it to the management with this kind of errors highlighting here. Rather than this, we can use some different symbols. Okay, rather than NA error or the other errors we have. We'll go through all the errors we have. Okay, when to use if error? Let's see here. Okay, if error value. Okay, when it say for example, this is the value. Okay, this is the NA error. Instead of NA error, if you want to show, okay, say you don't want to show anything in that particular cell, then what you use, just open the double quotes and close the double quotes immediately and close the bracket and hit enter. Rather than showing E5 which is NA, it just shows nothing. See here, can you see anything here? See, the formula is there, but you don't see anything here. Okay, how do you apply the same formula here? Simple. Wherever once you enter wherever you get NA errors, just keep this value if sorry is equal to if error. Okay, keep this value in double quotes, comma, when this is when this is an error, when the value gets an error, rather than using blank, I'll just use underscore. Okay, I'm sorry, just underscore. Okay. Okay, when I hit enter, rather than showing NA, it will just show this symbol. Fine. I'm sorry, I have done a mistake here. Okay, we should not keep this value in double quotes. Okay, when you keep when you keep this value in this error in double quotes, then it displays the same thing. I'm sorry, you don't keep double quotes there. When you hit enter, you will see hyphen there. It's not underscore, it's a hyphen. Sorry. See, the magic works. That's all. Okay, we have learned few formulas today. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10 formulas. Okay, and along with these 10 formulas, we have to remember few points to be notified. In some function, we can use only 255 values. Okay, I have actually used let me show you. In some function, okay, in some function, b3 b4 b5 b6 are the values. Okay, like this, there is a limitation in some function which is 255 values only. Okay, you can use only 255 values. To crack the limitation, convert values to a range. It's an awesome idea, right? Rather than keeping it like this, see, here we have 4 values. To keep 4 values in single value, in single rather than using 4 values, I have used only one value, which is b3 is to b6. It's a one range, it's not 4 ranges, it's a one range. Okay, in this kind of using these kind of ranges, you can use multiple values. Okay, uh, and always keep text between parentheses. Any text that you enter. Okay, just now you have seen I have kept NA error in the parentheses. When you keep NA error in the parentheses, it displays the same thing. That's what this point says. Always keep text between parentheses. Any text that you want to display, okay, in the formulas, you have to use parentheses. Fine. And we have another notified point. We can also use AND symbol for concatenating two cells. Okay, see, I have given an example here. Call me on. Okay, this is a word, and 9 plus 91 is an Indian code. Okay, mobile code, cell phone code, and 98867470007 is my contact number. Okay, you can contact me at any time. Okay, call me on, rather than using comma, okay, and using a word concatenate, you can just use ampersand. Okay, and here I have used space between my number and the word call me on, and I have used ampersand again to concatenate, and you have used the number phone number. So result came as call me on plus 91 98867470007. Okay, I'm not a James Bond. I'm sorry, I'm not a James Bond, but my number is James Bond number. Okay, so these are the 3 points where you have to remember. Fine. uh, and along with this, we have some formula errors. Okay, name error. How do you get name error? Let's see one by one. Fine. Okay, now we'll see how we can use name error. Okay, do you remember we have used values, name range? See values here. For this particular range we have created our own name by values, right? We'll use same thing whenever we type sum of, when you use values, okay, hit enter wherever in the workbook, okay, uh, it displays the same value. Okay, you don't require to select the range or to select the cells. Okay, for this is called name range. This values is called name range. When do you get naming error? When you enter this name incorrectly. Sum of, okay, rather than using values, I'll say values, I'll miss u, okay, and I'll close the bracket and I'll hit enter and I should get naming error. I got it. Hey, we got it. Okay, so we'll go with one more. I think you all understood, right? So we'll go with one more error type. It's NA error. Okay, whenever you use okay, let's say VLOOKUP. Okay, NA error. Whenever you are looking up the wrong value, okay, in this particular range, say for example I'll just say is equal to VLOOKUP. Okay, lookup value is, rather than Romeo I'll just mention Romeo, okay, which is not there in the range, comma, and select the table array, comma, and I want the marks in MS Word, which is fourth column, 1 2 3 and fourth column, comma, and 0. Okay, now I should get an error because this name is not there in the list. Fine. Hey, we got an error, right? So this is the best example of an error. Now we'll proceed with the next error, which is number. If the number is too big to display, then it shows number error. Fine. For this, let's say I'll just type something. Hey, no, okay, let's say is equal to 2 divided by this one gives some value, right? Okay, okay, now we'll see how number error works. Fine, say for example this is the big value, okay, it is almost 3 6 9 12 15 16 16 digit number. Okay, that is the reason it is actually showing scientific number in this particular cell even when you drag it. Okay, uh, when do you get number error? Say for example I'll use a formula called mod. Okay, mode, mod, it's not mode. Mode returns this is, when do you use this mod, you will use it returns the remainder after a number is divided by a divisor. Okay, when you hit tab, okay, select this number and divisor, say I'll say 1. Okay, uh, uh, close the bracket, and it doesn't I have to get uh, number error because it cannot be displayed, right? So this is where you will get number error. Similarly, division error, I think most of them know when do we get division error, right? Division error, anything which is divided by 0. Say for example 12 divided by 0 gives division error. Anything which is divided by 0 will get division error. Okay, Now we'll see how null error works. Fine, I think null error is the next error, right? Yes, null error is the next error. We'll see how null error works. Okay, here null error, whenever you get, when do you get null error? You will get null error when there is an intersection, okay, of two ranges but it doesn't intersect. Okay, you have two ranges but the intersection of two ranges is not happening, then it gets null error. Okay, I'll just show you an example. Say is equal to this is a range, okay, and just use spacebar, okay, to enter the different range, and this is, I'm sorry, this is the different range. Okay, when you hit enter it actually gives null error, see, right? And the same intersection of two ranges I'll show when value comes. Fine, say 5 2 3 2. See, I have a range here is equal to, I have a range, okay, space, and I have a range. When you hit enter you have to get intersection of these two ranges is 4, so you have to get value 4. See, you got it. Okay, similarly this range you are not getting it and you will get null error because the intersection of two ranges is not happening. Okay, so this is where you get null error. Now we will proceed with the next error type, which is reference error. Fine, we will see reference error. Okay, when do you get reference error? Whenever you are referring to a wrong cell, then you will get reference error. For example, say I am actually referring to this particular cell, okay, that particular cell value is 150. Fine, now when I delete that, it gives reference error because the value referred to this particular cell is deleted from here. You got it? Okay, I'll just use control Z to come back. I am referring this cell, okay, to A1, and A1, when you delete this A1 you will get reference error. Okay, okay, now we will see number error. Fine, okay, now we'll see num error. Okay, this is number error. When do we get this number error? Whenever you are not able to fit the value into this particular width of the cell, then you will get num error. Okay, I'll just show you one demonstration. Say we have some values here, okay, this is random values. Okay, whenever the cell get adjusted to small width, okay, say yes, so you have some value but you are getting some number symbol, hash symbol. Okay, this hash is nothing but num error. Okay, to avoid this you have to adjust the cell width, that's all. This is an easy, right? And now the final one is value error. Okay, we'll see how value error works. Now we'll see how value error works. Okay, say for example we have three values here. Say a1 is 10 and a2 is hello, a3 is 30. Okay, and whenever we use some function, okay, to the text as well as to the number, plus. Okay, in this case when you hit enter you will get value error because here uh, the word is mingled with the numbers. Okay, what if I type 20 here? We got the result. So this is when we get an error, which is value error. Fine. By this we will proceed with uh, when we drag the cells, how it affects and how it works. Fine. So in the first side you will see A1. Okay, and to the downside when you drag it you will see A2, and when you drag A1 towards the right side you will see B1. Let's see whether this is the case. Okay, now we'll see how it works when you drag values here. Say uh, value 1. Okay, when you drag it towards downside, okay, you say click on this symbol and say fill series. Okay, from here when you click on when you drag it towards downside you will see A2 here, right? And when you drag towards the right hand side you will see from A1 to B1. You are able to identify, right? Here is B1. Okay, when you select this cell A1, and from here when you select this cell it is A2, right? This is first method. And say than saying A1 I'll say $A and 1. And when I drag this, how it works? See here, when I drag this, okay, from A7 it has changed it to A8, correct? And from here when I drag it towards right hand side, A7 has changed to B7. Fine. What you understood from this is we have locked column A. Okay, row is not freezed but A is freezed. When you see here it is again A1, but when you see here it has changed to A2, right? So the row is changing to the next level, but column is always fixed when we add dollar towards left hand side. Okay, similarly, say for example A and $1. Fine. Cell reference A, and we are fixing row 1. Fine. Now when we drag towards the downside, okay, it is fixed, row is fixed, so it is giving the same value. But when we do it here A1 and here B1, because A column is not fixed but the row is fixed, so A is changing it to B. Okay, you can see it in the formula bar, right? And the third method, okay, is equal to $A $1. This one is nothing but we are fixing both column as well as row. Fine. When I hit enter, this is the value. When you drag it towards the downside, okay, the address of the cell will be same because the address is freezed. Okay, it is fixed. See, when you see the formula bar you can find it is freezed. At the same time when you drag it towards the right hand side, see, the complete values are freezed with cell value A1, right? This is how the formula works when we drag, okay, from one cell towards the downside or towards the right hand side. Okay, and this ends the formulas cheat sheet. Okay, let's see. Yes, so this ends the formulas cheat sheet, and you can go through this video to learn the formulas as well as when we get the formula errors. Fine. uh, to get more information, you can always log into www.excel2excel.com, okay, where you will get a lot of tips and you can learn in an interactive way, okay, as you see in this video. Okay, fine, then see you sometime later. Thank you so much. Keep excelling. Okay, bye.